It's 8:25 in the morning on April 5th. It's about 21 degrees, a little bit of a breeze. Going to be painting this today. Going to be using a limited palette, the usual. Mars Black, Titanium White this time, Ultramarine Blue, and I'm going to be using Cad Yellow Pale and Cad Red Medium, and blocking in the painting with burnt umber. So we'll see how far we get today. Here we are, it's 8:42. Here's what it's looking like. Burnt umber value sketch, just using turpentine at the moment. Very chilly out here. My hands are freezing. Been wearing running gloves, not quite thick enough, but it gives me some dexterity with the brush. And I actually like using some little flats and stuff, especially when I'm painting buildings. You can do the little windows very easily just with a little bit of a stroke of one little stroke, and there's a window. And I just like them. Of course, with the sky, once I apply some paint, I'll probably get a round brush and work that in there. We'll see. One thing I try to work on when I'm out here in my working in plein air, and it's different for every subject, but for this one, I really wanted to get that brilliance of the side of the house in the morning sun and try to get that sky in there. So what I do in case I run out of time or the light changes too much is to really try to, once I nail that tone, the brightest light, I haven't blocked this in yet, but I'll do that next after I've mixed up the sky and put that against that brightness of the sunlight to make sure that is still going to be the focal point when you step away from the painting. So everything's keyed to that, and so I try to key this little area. Once I nail one color, put a color next to it, then I know that's right. Then I'll add the shadow side of the building and the shadow of that building next. But this really helps to maintain your lights and darks and your focal point in the painting. Another tip also is sometimes we think we're mixing up enough color for a part of a painting, in this case the sky, but I'm going to be running out. So what I make sure to do is I put the color kind of all over in spots in my sky, and now I'm going to remix this color. And I do this because maybe I might not be able to remix it exactly, but I'll get pretty close. And then when I mix it with the leftover, I just have a little bit, very busy road, sorry, little bit sky color. Hold on, another car. Then that little bit of mother color will mix into the new color, and I can finish the sky. So that's something to think about. Obviously try to mix up enough in the beginning, but I didn't, so it happens. I also, when I mix up a continuance of a color, I make sure to mix it next to the original, so I'm getting a close approximation before I add it to that. So you want to be careful of that too, rather than just take your new paint you're going to mix up and mix it into your mother color. Then you don't really know what your original color was, even though in this case it's not too hard, but it could be in certain situations. So I've got the tones mixed into the house, and I'm really liking the impact so far. And just a little tip too, watch out with the sun where you're mixing your colors, because now I'm getting the lights changing. Very busy road today, sorry about that. And what I did with the tree is my initial burnt umber block in, I then cut around it with the sky to suggest twigs and branches. And I'll go in there with a little more detail brush later, but right now it's too cold, I'm not going to. Matter of fact, I might finish up here in a few minutes, block in some basic tones here, and then come back tomorrow to work on the foreground. I've never ever done that before, and I'd like to see how that idea works out. I know of artists that do it. Oh, and what I mentioned in my other video about how to paint landscapes in oil. Here's my little rig with the clips holding my palette knife. They're magnetic clips and they hold the paper towel down in case it's super windy, which it is a little bit today. And just wanted to share that little tip. And my Gorilla box, I bought this chain to hold the paper towels. It's an accessory, works great. Okay, it's 9:25, very chilly out here. My hands are kind of numb, so I'm going to call it a day. But I did go ahead and try to basically wash in some base tones in the grass and everything, because I just want to get a few little color notes, a few little spots of green in the trees, and I'm liking how it's turning out. Has some impact, and I'll probably do some palette knife textures in here once this sets up. I'll create that like my base tone, so hopefully I'll do it a little bit overnight in the house, tack up just enough, and then I'll overlay some palette knife work. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and please like, share, and subscribe. Take care.